This culture where husband and wife are busy and we outsource parenting to strangers. We get maids to train our children. That's why many children are dysfunctional. Many of them are abused because you were not there. Let me tell you something. There are many ungodly approaches to marriage, to parenting. And before I drop the mic, listen to this. The Bible says in 1 Corinthians 7, read it when you get home, that he advises that you should even be single so that you can do the work of God well. Because once you get married, you begin to care for things of the world. That means even ministry. God says when you are married, you must put marriage first. You must put your children first. Even ministry will not be good enough excuse not to train your children. That's what the Bible says. Many people are going about ministry and they think they are pleasing God. They leave children at home, and that's why pastors' children have a bad reputation now. That's not the Bible idea. Go and read it well. It says, because he that is married must care for the affairs of his home. So I said that to say this. If in the Bible, even ministry should not stand in the way of training your children, how much more your job? Let me tell you this. Work hard so that you can control time, so that you can be a husband and a wife the Bible way. This culture where husband and wife are busy, then we outsource parenting to strangers. We get maids to train our children. That's why many children are dysfunctional. Many of them are abused because you were not there. That's not the Bible way. And listen, when you embrace the possibility in your mind, God, I must see whatever resource you want to give me, whatever job you want to give me, must give me the opportunity to be there for my children. Listen, I want to be there. I must be a present father, a present mom. They must know me. We must be close. Cartoons will not mentor my children more than me. I must raise them up in the way of the Lord. Sit them down. I must pray with them. Ask them how was school. I must be committed. I must know who their friends are. Don't sell your soul. Listen, that's why the Bible advised you. You can stay single. It's an option. Don't bring children to the world and leave them alone. As long as you have children, it is not every career opportunity you can take. Are you listening to me? It might offer more money. If you will not be present, it is not God's will for you. If you have children, you must be present. That's why many young ladies are vulnerable. They can't understand why they are searching for affection. Because that male presence, the space that a father should have filled, is just there, void in their hearts. They can't understand what is happening. And when anybody, any guy just tells them, I love you, even if they know he's lying, they can't understand why. They just want to trust and believe. It must change in your day. See, you must decide not to repeat the mistake of your parents. If they made those mistakes, some parents so naive. You can be a good Christian and be naive. You don't know about parenting. You bring house helps into the house. You are not watching them. They are sleeping with your children. Some of us will bring relatives to help them. We are sending them to school, giving them a better life. You bring them from the village, and how do they pay you back? They abuse all your children. I know they are at fault, but you're also at fault. How could you allow that happen under your roof? A good husband is suspicious. You are not listening to me. You monitor everything. As they are going up, you know your children are up, you follow. Are you listening to me? You follow. Why is the light off? Why are you alone here? Why are you giggling? What are you? African parents are clueless. A child that was expressive suddenly became quiet. You didn't ask why. When they are bold enough to say, Uncle so and so abused me, you might even flog them and say, don't say, what is wrong with you? A lady came to our church, heard a sermon like this, came to my wife weeping and said, I have to tell you this. My father abuses me. Does your mom know? No, she doesn't. So my wife prayed about it, booked a meeting with the woman, said, listen, I know God will give you the wisdom. I've prayed, but I just wanted to tell you this. This is what is happening. I'm telling you for the sake of your daughter. She said, thank you very much. When she got home, She looked at the girl and said, you must never go to that church again. You will answer to God. If you like, build churches around the world. If you fail on this one thing, you will answer to God. You know what the Bible says? It says, if you cannot keep your home, you are not qualified to have a church. That's what it says. So you must, if you need to cancel meetings, cancel it. You must be there for your children. That's what the Bible says. You must be there. But we have embraced this ungodly, flashy lifestyle. We are competing. We want to drive what everybody is driving. So even if our family is crying for attention, we don't care. You are getting more money. You have sold your soul. So at some point, we have to decide whether we want to do this thing the Bible way or not.